We're in the Cabal region, which is going to be a very unique place. You've already explored some of the parts of the Languedoc, traditionally Mediterranean region that plays a lot with Mediterranean grapes. But here we have a unique influence from the south winds that come in from the Atlantic and let us grow a lot of more Atlantic-style grapes, namely Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon. Today we're harvesting Merlot, and you've got a perfect situation to demonstrate the weather and the terroir of the Cabal. We've got a bright sun. I'm working in a t-shirt now, but this morning I was in a sweatshirt because the difference in temperature from day to night is very important. We're working in slight elevation, nothing drastically high, but you're looking at this vineyard being a little higher than the Cité of Carcassonne at 250 meters above sea level, about there. A lot of clay and limestone, although some estates in the Cabal will feature some very amazing micro parcels that show a lot of granite or other rock formations. Another very interesting thing about the Cabal is that we're going to not just make the Atlantic grapes, but we also play with the Mediterranean style grapes like Syrah, Grenache, Mourvèdre, Cinsault, Carignan, all of them, the funny named ones from here, and we get to blend them together. One of the only appellations in France that's going to blend those two very different families of grapes. So we have at least 40% of the Atlantic family, Merlot, Cabs, and at least 40% of that Mediterranean family. And then you can play around with the rest. In my glass, I've got a Cabal that's going to be a blend mostly on the Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, but with that touch of Syrah to kick it up into that spicy, peppery Mediterranean style too. And the blend's gonna give you hopefully the best of both worlds, where you get to play with the rich, peppery qualities of Mediterranean wines, but with all the structure, complexity, and sort of a different flavor of elegance that you find in more Aquitaine wines or Bordeaux style wines. I'm a fan. No, I'm obviously biased, but you get so many interesting qualities out of these wines, and it can be a bit of a challenge sometimes as a grower in this region, because so many of my colleagues are used to, they grew up with, and all they really grow and taste are Syrah, Grenache, Mourvèdre, these varietals that are really from here. And even though Cabernet and Merlot are a more recent import, say the last 20, 30 years, there's something really interesting to be done with these grapes in this soil. There's just a lot of potential, and I'm converting them slowly but surely. Anything else?
Today we're in Limoux. Limoux is dominated by these, the Pyrenees you can see behind me. They have a big influence on this whole appellation. We're high up, we're about 350 to 400 meters above sea level. The wind is blowing, just a gentle breeze. The sun is here, but it's cool. Perfect for white grapes, perfect for making white wine and sparkling wine. The terroir here is limestone, but overlaid with lots of stones, with quartz, with pebbles. And all that is very, very beneficial for the Chardonnay, which is the main white variety that's produced here. The other advantage of Limoux is we're at the cross between the breezes from the Atlantic and from the Mediterranean. So you've got the cooling influence coming from the west, which is meeting the warmer, sort of more sunnier influences of the Mediterranean. And that is a great combination for ripeness and also for freshness. So this is why this is the only appellation in the Languedoc that has an appellation for sparkling wine, as well as making some top white wine. I just picked this grape from behind me. This is a Chardonnay grape. It's got real freshness, it's got lovely ripeness, it's got lovely sugar, but it's extremely well balanced. This is going to be picked tomorrow, and from what I've tasted today, it's going to make fantastic wine. I can't wait to taste it.